Hey guys, this is Brawl here again. Now after doing One Piece, I'm going to do My Hero Academia 130. Listen to the real truth. And we're going to pick up where we left off where apparently we get to see Overhaul putting Eri into a lab experiment chair. And so far it's only One Piece and My Hero Academia to get updated. So I'm not telling you starting and we're going to get Food Wars today. Either going to be later in the day or most likely tomorrow. But either way, when that does happen, I will make my video. But right now, we've got superheroes to follow. So let's get right to it. We started with a bit of a rainy day. But you know, I gotta say, he might be weak now, but I expect nothing less from the surviving Yakuza. It's got high fences and very few windows. Quite a nice place they're living in. It's been a week and a half since we began watching them, and there's even less people going in and out than usual. We got a phone call. What? It's Million. It seems he made contact with Shikasi. No, damn, I forgot how to pronounce his name. I'll just call him Overall. I know the guy's name is Overall, so I'll just call him that. My apologies, we screwed up. I would have guessed that it would turn into one of those bump into the transfer student at the intersection developments. Now this is my error. If I'd been looking at the two of you before the fact, it could have been prevented. For the time being, I'm just glad you're both safe. If you made one wrong move and he began suspicious of you, things could have gotten dangerous. I didn't get the sense that he was that dangerous. The other day, a band of thieves were in the middle of making their escape, and they ended up triggering a truck accident involving many people. Those people who were dragged into were none other than the Shisaki and the presents. And yet there were 0 casualties. Okay, I was going to explain about the whole incident. The money that was stolen was the only thing that was completely vanished. We at the 89 offices found that awfully suspicious, so we got a full-scale stakeout. Well, that's an expensive stakeout. So how an incident like that caused 0 casualties, and the only thing that was disappearing was just the money. If you can call it an unfortunate error, bud, we gained some new information. Shisaki has a daughter. A daughter? He called her Eri. Her arms and legs were all wrapped with bandages. She was extremely frightened. I have no idea what her circumstances are, but she was crying for help. If only we could somehow take her into custody. Don't start getting arrogant thoughts into your head. Whoa. Otherwise, he just turns and just says, no. Do not think arrogant thoughts, alright? You will surely fail if you rush into things. If you were impatient and chase after them, they'd only run further out of your grasp. You aren't so special that you're able to save every person who wants to be safe right there and there. First, you must predict what your opponent's goal is. Maybe you're right. You can't do this too fast. The truly intelligent villains conceal themselves in the darkness. There are cases in which you must bide your time. You do well to remember that. Leaving an unpleasant taste in my mouth. The first day of my internship ended in a flash. Huh. Oh. Beginning of the week. Where's the little Bakugo? Did you notify? Have you not noticed, girls? Take a look at Todoroki. Oh, they're all covered in bandages. What kind What happened to you two? They gave him a Spartan education and the professional license training course. Must be completely physically oriented, huh? Quit your whispering already, damn it! Class is starting. Have Yura-kun and Such still not yet right? All there is absences. Huh. Kirishina's missing too, isn't he? Hey, what's up, Midori intern? Midori intern? Intern? Oh my god. How's the rest of the internship? Were there any lady heroes with super erotic costumes? Were there? Oh. Oh my god. How long are you there for? Let me join too. Oh my. I said, quit talking all that shit that's one step ahead of me. Oh, he has a lot in his mind right now. The arrogant girl that's crying out for help. Being the fact that Mioro could be was supposed to be the true intended successor of One for All. meaning the former second Night Eye. The murkiness in my head kept getting worse. I was unable to focus in class. If you can't keep up, I'm pulling you out, Midoriya. Can't keep going on like that. Waiting for All Might, he's out jogging. You know, ever since the home visits ended, he started training himself for some reason. But being retired and all, he should really just kick back and relax. What's with that pose? Oh, please tell me everything, All Might. Now that when he started, and then he just keeps up with them. Your Midoriya has arrived. Why am I here, you ask? Did you know everything all along? The fact that Nine knew about One for All, and that Togashi-senpai was a candidate for your succession? You knew all that, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me anything? It seems there was a need to tell you after all. Of course there was! I'm being bombarded with these new truths, and yet I'm forced to be denied without knowing anything? Above all, I have no idea what your intentions are, All Might. I have no clue what your hidden intentions are, and because of that, the inside of my head's all murky. Why wouldn't you tell me something so important? I'm not saying this as your fan. I'm saying this as your successor. I want to know everything. My God. If you're telling me the story wouldn't benefit you all, but do you really still want to hear it? It'll benefit me a lot more than keeping it a secret. You better not regret it. I won't. Originally, Night Eye was a huge fan of mine, you see, and I had a rule that I wouldn't take any sidekicks. But he was incredibly persistent, and I finally broke down and let him in. And so we were active as a team for about 5 years. His physical abilities weren't all that impressive, but he supported me as the brain of the operation. And I'm aware of that. He took a supporting role. Indeed, but 6 years ago, we dissolved our partnership due to my injuries. Because of the differences in our values. You're pushing yourself too hard, All Might. You need to retire. Oh my... Oh, God. That's what he looked like back then? Have you not been watching the news? Everyone's searching for me. And if they're waiting for my return, I have to go. If you continue on as a hero with your body in that state, only become more painful for all the parties involved. You're free to search for art. You're search for school as much as you like for a one for all successor. You've already done more than enough. You return to your fluffy bed and get some much-needed quiet sleep. A bright, strong, and friendly person, someone just like you. You just might find such a person and trust your duties to them. I can't believe that it was Naya who suggested to go into retirement. And until I find that person, who will be the symbol? Even if all for one is no more, we live in a society of superhumans. It's only a matter of time before the next all for one appears. I understand the logic behind the symbol of peace, and I admire it greatly. But don't you see? You can't possibly smile like this. If you plan on continuing on as a hero, I will not support you. I couldn't possibly. I don't want to. So you're looking, after all. I thought I told you that there was no need for you to look at me, Night-Eye. Even if you retire, the next number one will surely appear. Stormy times may befall us for a short while, but we may still be able to ward them off. And how many people will have to live in fear during that short while? Oh my! And what's more, your foresight is never wrong, isn't that? Isn't that right? There's simply been no precedent for this up until now. I'll change the future myself, if I have to. That much will be nothing for me. But at this rate, everything will be according to my foresight, and that's the one thing I cannot allow to happen. Man, the psychic admiring the hero, his protege, his master. And my staying here will be one of those who the world. If you keep going like this, you will clash with the villain and head towards a gruesome demise. One so terrible that I cannot even put into words. Back to real time. He confronted me about my future, and from there we had a fight and went on our separate ways. Principal Etsu recommended you to go to meet, but I ended up meeting you before I was able to meet him. I didn't really want to say all this, since you're my fan after all. I'm so sorry. And damn, he got a hefty load on his head now. So now we got a small flashback story of how Night-Eye and All Might fought before in the past and have separated before. And being fact that it was Night-Eye who suggested retirement, and the principal of UA suggested to Tagoda that he should be the successor to One for All. But he made Izuku beforehand, so that kind of changed everything. But now that Izuku knows the truth, let's see how he moves forward. So until next time, until the next chapter, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, share it with a friend, and I'll see you on the next time of the next video. Laters.